Hey everyone, it's Rock for Cash, a People's Champ coming to you live from Cash Stadium. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to part one of a preview of the upcoming bowl matches. Cash just feels that these bowl matches, it's so big that he's going to split them over two videos. We're going to look at the Sacko, the LeRoy and the Finkle in this one. And in the next one will be the Dodgy, the Machadi and the Duty. But before we get into that, let's get a song. Cash thought about a song. It's an old one, 1993, a Danny Minogue song called This Is It, and this is it for sure for all of our FNFL coaches. It's come right down to this, round 18, week 18 of the FNFL. This is where we've got our bowl matches and it's time to go. So sit back and enjoy this classic 90s song, 1993, This Is It. Alrighty, in the first game, the time-honoured Sacko Bowl. Nobody wants to be in the Sacko. The Sacko is shit. It's just a fucking disaster of a fucking place to be in Sacko land. But two teams have to be there every year. So this year we've got two coaches that usually up the other end. We've got Smooth Criminal, who's won a duty bowl, and the Browns, who's won two duty bowls. They're both in the Sacko. So, Smooth Criminal, Cash has done a bit of research on stats, actually. So, Smooth Criminal finished in 10th spot this year, 5 wins and 9 losses. The Browns are in 12th spot, 2 wins and 12 losses. Neither of these guys have ever played each other in a bowl match before. Last year, Smooth Criminal finished 8th. They lost the Finkle to Little River Giants, and the Browns finished 9th, winning the LeRoy over Shiva Kamini. Head-to-head, these guys, Smooth Criminal are up 10 matches to 5, and pretty much this year they've dominated the Browns. Played them in round 1, winning 130.84 to 99.28, and they backed it up again in round 12 with an 85.52 to an 85.04 win. So only very, very close in the last one. The computer has this one close. The Smooth Criminal at 96.01 and the Browns at 91.29. Look, it has Smooth Criminal, a few players meant to get double figures. Stafford, Kamara, Singletary and Allen. And for the Browns, Tannehill, Jones, Williams, Mike Williams and Kirk and Freeman. So it's going to be a close game, but I think that Smooth Criminal will win this game. They've just been a better side this year. The Browns sort of gave up after about round 1. In my opinion, they just looked at it and gone, we're gonna fucking shit side, we're gonna be fucking shit all year, and we're gonna win the fucking Sacko. So well done, Brown. You've played it beautifully. I think it'll be about a 10-point win to the Smooth Criminal in the Sacko. In the next game is the time-honoured LeRoy. LeRoy, named after a fella we met at the Merbean football ground. Kick it to LeRoy, L is to LeRoy. He would yell this stuff across the ground. The crowd were in fits of laughter. He was absolutely blind. And we just found out his name was LeRoy, and we just had to name a cup after him. In the LeRoy, this one is really a battle of Mildura. Little Waiters, who finished in 6th spot. They'd be a bit disappointed they've ended up down here, playing in 9th and 10th game. They were 7 and 7. Shiva Kamini were in 8th spot, 6 and 8. These guys have played each other once before in a bowl match, back in 2015 in the Machadi. Little Waiters winning that one, 85.76 to Shiva Kamini, 78.08. Last year, Little Waiters were the Sacko. They lost that game to Team Mazza, finishing in 12th spot. And Shiva Kamini lost to the Browns in the LeRoy, and they finished in 10th spot. These guys have played each other 11 times. Little Waiters are up 7 games to 4, and they've played only once this year. A real firecracker of a game in round 1, where Little Waiters won 144.96 to Shiva Kamini 140.16. So very, very close in their only match this year. Computer has this one when I get to it. Not very close at all. Little Weight is 101.8. Toshiba Kamini 80.61. Shiba Kamini got to make a couple of changes looking at it here, but looks like Little Waiters with Hertz 17, Chubb, Swift, Metcalf, Chase, and Goddard all tipped to do well. For Shiba Kamini, Tom Brady, and AJ Brown, and Antonio. Who's this bloke? I always forget this guy's first name. Amari Cooper, that's it. The Dallas wide receiver. They're meant to get into double figures. Shiva's got to do something about Antonio Brown. Still got him in his side, even though he's been told to fuck off. Probably bring in Hilton or Marquise Brown for that. So it's actually updated since... let me just refresh this page. I think Shiva might be fucking on here while I'm fucking doing the cash. No. Yeah, they've got him at 93.39. It's only an 8-point difference. So, I think, though, Little Waiters has the edge in this one. She's had the edge over Shiva this year, and I think that she'll get up in the LeRoy, take home that great VB trophy. In the final game of this this video, we've got the Finkle, named after Ray Finkle from Ace Ventura. Laces out, you know, Ray Finkle. Finkle's a man, Finkle's a woman, everyone throw up. It was a great movie, a great scene, just a great part of life, really. This has got the Moneymakers 10, who finish in 4th spot. They won't be happy that they're playing in a 7th versus 8th game. They'll treat this game as garbage. They finished with 9 and 5. Team Mazza were in 11th spot, so they've done pretty well to get in the top 8. 5 and 9. These guys have played each other a couple of times in bowl matches before. Both games going to Moneymakers. The 2014 Dodgy, Moneymakers 3 back then. 118.06 beat Team Mazza 87.4. And a bit later than that, the 2017 Finkle, where Moneymakers 6, 127.46. Beat Team Mazza 112.82. Last year, Moneymakers finished 3rd, winning the Machadi over Mitch's Mongrels, and Team Mazza finished in 11th spot, just avoiding the Sacko by beating the Little Waiters. These guys have actually played each other quite a bit, 18 times over the journey, with Moneymakers leading 11 games to 7. They've played each other a couple of times this year. Round 2 saw Team Mazza win 115.52 to Moneymakers 82.68. That's when the train was fucking tooting along. And by the time it got stuck in the station, round 12, we saw Moneymakers 110.12 beat Team Mazza 96.58. Just looking at what the computer's got to say here. Another close game. Moneymakers, they reckon 100.82. And Team Mazza 95.17. It's only about 5 points there. Moneymakers, they reckon Hill, Barkley, Mitchell, and Cutt will do well. For Team Mazza, Wilson, Cook, Lockett, and Hill will do well for him. So, look, I just think that Moneymakers are just a little bit better side. They've sort of dominated a bit more this year, and I think that they will win. So that's pretty much it for part 1 of the bowl matches preview. The cash will be back shortly with part 2, where we'll talk about the other 3 matches, the Dodgy, the Sacko, and the Duty Bowl. With that, that's the cash out.